Coming up, the Supreme Court shoots down New York's law that makes it tough to obtain a license to carry a concealed gun.
I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. We get rid of the showers and not the humidity on our way up to a big warm-up.
Plus, we'll tell you about the 51-year-old letter bringing together two long-lost pen pals on Long Island. Hey, welcome back. This is News 4 Now for Thursday, June 23rd. I'm Kay Ingram, and today we're starting with a big one. The U.S. Supreme Court has overturned New York State's century-old law limiting concealed guns in public, saying it violates the Second Amendment. The nation's highest court ruled 6-3, overturning a New York gun law. Now, the ruling will make it easier for people to carry a firearm in public. The long-standing New York law required anyone applying for a concealed handgun license to first show proper cause, meaning they had to prove that there was a special need to defend themselves outside of their home. But today, the court decided that that extra step violated the Second Amendment, aka the right to bear arms. It comes in the wake of the deadly mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde, both tragedies mentioned in the Supreme Court's decision. Earlier today, Governor Hochul ripped the SCOTUS ruling, calling it a reckless step backward.
This decision isn't just reckless, it's reprehensible. It's not what New Yorkers want. And we should have the right of determination of what we want to do in terms of our gun laws in our state. If the federal government will not have sweeping laws to protect us, then our states and our governors have a moral responsibility to do what we can and have laws that protect our citizens because of what is going on, the insanity of the gun culture that has now possessed everyone all the way up to even to the Supreme Court.
New York's concealed carry law has been in place since 1913, but it was challenged by a gun rights advocacy group and two men who were denied concealed carry licenses. All right, next, there's a new tool right here in the city to fight crime on the subway. Hidden cameras are now on half a dozen subway lines inside the cars, all part of a pilot program. A total of 65 cameras have been installed on 6 train lines. The idea is that the police will have access to the video, which will then help them fight crime. But subway riders we talked to this morning have mixed reactions.
I don't think more cameras are going to add like a sense of security to people. I mean, I guess it will be useful if an incident does happen, of course, like because there were no cameras here. But I don't think it's not going to prevent anything.
Like I said, I really feel that it will help a lot. And it's okay that they're hidden, you know, long as there is proof and we could see, you know, that something is being done about the situation. So I'm really happy about it if it happens.
The pilot program will determine how many more cameras, if any, will be added to the subway system. The driver who plowed down people in Times Square 5 years ago, killing 1 and injuring 22 others, has been cleared of responsibility in the rampage. A jury accepted an insanity defense in the case of Richard Rojas. He had been facing murder, assault, and other charges. 18-year-old Alyssa Elsman, who was visiting from Michigan, was killed in the mayhem. Prosecutors argued that Rojas was aware of the carnage he was causing, while the defense claimed he was so psychologically disturbed he didn't know what he was doing that day.
He realizes now what he did, but at the time that this happened, he was in such a psychotic state that it was a different person.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg released a statement saying, quote, "We are grateful to the jury for its service. Our condolences continue to be with the family, friends, and loved ones of Alyssa Elsman. The verdict will qualify Rojas for an involuntary commitment to a mental facility." Federal prosecutors want Ghislaine Maxwell sentenced to at least 30 years in prison for helping Jeffrey Epstein abuse teenage girls. Their memo, filed yesterday in Manhattan federal court, seeks a maximum of 55 years. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking and other charges. Prosecutors call her behavior, quote, "shockingly predatory." Maxwell's lawyers are seeking far less time, though, calling her a scapegoat for Epstein's crimes. Sentencing is set for Tuesday. Meanwhile, on Staten Island, thieves are throwing rocks through doors and windows to try to make their way inside of homes. Police say that this video shows 5 men trying to steal a couple of cars, but the homeowner scared them away. It happened in Toad Hill near Benedict Road and Callan Avenue. Police say that 2 of these men also stole a Rolls Royce from a home on St. George Road earlier this month. We're told they tried to break into 2 other homes, but failed. The MTA is pledging to make nearly every subway station in the city accessible to people with disabilities. The MTA will spend more than $5 billion to add elevators and ramps to subway stations in every borough. It's part of a settlement for 2 class action lawsuits that pushed for the agency to speed up its updates to the system. Under the agreement, 95% of the stations will be ready by the year 2055. New York is hoping a pay raise will lure more lifeguards to pools and beaches. The starting pay for lifeguards is going up 21% to $22 an hour here in the city and $20 an hour upstate. Lifeguards with more than 2 seasons of experience are also getting raises, ranging from 5 to 30%. And it is going to be an exciting day for the big winner of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Trumpet the Bloodhound was named Best in Show last night in Tarrytown. Today he'll visit the Empire State Building. Trumpet is the first Bloodhound to ever win the coveted Best in Show prize. He beat out 3,500 dogs from 130 breeds to become the canine champ.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. After a couple days where we've seen some rain, a lot of cloud covers, finally getting some changes in here, and we're going to see just partly cloudy skies heading into tomorrow morning. It does stay sticky. We don't get rid of the humidity. 70 degrees through 6 p.m. and into the upper 60s through 11 o'clock. Should be a pretty quiet night. As you can see with the hour by hour, the chance for any showers really early on in the evening. Otherwise, just some low clouds for tomorrow morning and temperatures that are still going to feel summery because of that humidity. 61 at Central Park, 63 in Newark, will be in the upper 50s from Islip and Eastport. North and west also into the 50s from White Plains and Poughkeepsie. Sussex and Clinton also into the 50s.
And this next one is a reunion 50 years in the making. The year was 1971 when the U.S. was in the middle of the bloody Vietnam War. Now, as part of a class assignment, a Long Island girl sent a Christmas card to a soldier she never met. That soldier responded. Now, decades later, those long-lost pen pals have finally met face-to-face. News 4's Greg Sergel is here with the story.
The best present anyone can get is a
letter from people back home.
A single letter written in 1971 tied a 10-year-old girl to a young soldier in Vietnam.
It's a miracle.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you made it.
And that same letter brought them together for the first time 51 years later.
I never imagined that I would meet the man who wrote the letter.
Kathy Ryan was that girl whose 4th grade class sent Christmas cards to Vietnam. An Army helicopter medic named Dominic Catallo received Kathy's card and wrote back.
I'm thinking to myself, you know, this might be the last letter you ever write. It means a lot to a soldier to know that people are thinking of them.
It was a special letter. It was something I wanted to hold on to.
Kathy Ryan kept that letter framed for a half-century, always wondering about the fate of the 20-year-old who wrote it. This month, Ryan searched online and found Catallo's name listed as part of a Huntington Town Veterans event. Ryan went to that event, letter in hand, and found the veteran for whom she was searching.
I never had a face to the name, and it was just so wonderful.
To actually have it come full circle, oh, that's unbelievable.
Today, a Suffolk legislator brought them together again so Ryan could return Catallo's letter to hang in his VFW hall.
I'll tell her thank you for the rest of my life.
A lifelong bond.
It's so nice to meet you.
Forged by simple words of kindness.
God bless her, really.
Greg Sergel, News 4 New York.
All right, thanks for joining us. As always, we'll see you back here tomorrow for more on News 4 Now.